Go rolling.
Good morning, sir. First of all, we would like to thank you for allowing us to conduct an interview with you with this board activity. So let's proceed to the first question po. So the first question states that which technological tools do you frequently utilize in teaching physical and health education?
Okay, I will just answer it based on my experience during my internship during in Hawaiian City National High School. So the technological tools that I have utilized during my internship or daily teachings, I use the Kahoot. So familiar naman na siguro kayo sa Kahoot and yung sinasabi nilang Bamboozle. So sa Bamboozle is magpa-flash ako ng mga numbers doon wherein the students will pick a certain number. Tapos that certain number meron siyang question behind that or may mga educational questions na sasagutin ng mga estudyante. So doon is mas nagiging engaging yung mga students ko kasi when I integrate this technological tools, mas nagugustuhan nila. Unlike sa mga other days na wala akong integration or hindi ko in-integrate yung mga ganito, parang yung klase is napaka-plain, napaka-boring. So some days or some of our days, my days sa teaching, in-integrate ko sila.
So in line with that, in line with the first question po, you stated already the advantages of these applications upon using. So let's proceed naman po dun sa difficulties that you face when using these technological tools. Can you provide examples of these challenges?
Okay. Syempre, sa mga technological tools na ito, kailangan ng data or internet connection. So some of my students is hindi na-access tong mga technological tools na ginamit ko because of the kawalan ng internet connection. So, kinakailangan ko kapag gumagamit ako ng mga ganitong technological tools, meron akong dalang kahit packet wifi man lang or sapat na load para sa mga students na hindi maka-access dito is makikonnect sa akin para lahat is may access. Yun yung one strategy na ginagawa ko kapag may ganong challenges na.
So the third question is, how does the integration of technology enhance your teaching of physical and health education? If it doesn't, what are the reasons?
When I integrate these technological tools, sabi ko nga kanina mas nagiging interactive yung klase ko. Kasi itong mga students is pumapatok sa kanila or mas nagugustuhan nila itong certain lesson ko in a certain day kapag meron akong mga technological tools. Sabi ko kanina, pag wala itong mga ito, napaka-plain, parang hindi sila interactive.
Okay. So in the lens of motivating your learners naman po, sir, what strategies do you employ to ensure that the instructional materials effectively engage and motivate learners?
Okay, prior to making these instructional materials, of course, kailangan kong isipin or mas planuhin na itong mga instructional materials na ito is mas papatok sa mga students ko. Kapag during naman sa actual class, my strategy is meron na akong mga good instructional materials para sa lesson na connected sa lesson. Kailangan as teacher, maging interactive ka pa rin, mas maging energetic ka pa rin para mas ma-persuade mo yung mga students na kailangan nilang mag-engage or maging interactive sa classes.
So the sixth question, sir, is how do you stay updated with the latest advancements and trends in educational technology to inform your development of instructional materials?
I stay updated sa mga technological trends, right? Based on my experience, meron akong ginawang benchmark dati sa mga instructional materials ko na ginamit ko during one of my classes sa Hawaiian City National High School. So, dito, mas nagiging updated ang bawat isa, pat na rin yung mga co-interns ko that time. By benchmarking sa mga other teachers from other campuses. So, doon pa lang is mas nagiging updated. Or one experience ko rin is I search or I delve in the internet kung ano yung mga magandang gamitin na pwede kong gamitin in my actual class. So, parang the term doon is benchmarking din. Napaka-effective ng mga benchmarking din. Hindi naman palagi na kailangan is original na nanggagaling sa'yo or original ideas mo yung mga instructional mga materials na pwede mong gamitin sa klase. So you can benchmark.
It's a matter of parang right adoption.
Legal copying ng mga instructional materials.
So the last question, sir, is can you provide examples of technology-based instructional materials you have developed in the past and explain how they supported the learning?
Just like what I've said earlier sa Bamboozle na lang, na kung saan may mga set of numbers or numbers na pwedeng piliin ng mga students. Sabi ko kanina sa challenge or challenges na kinaharap ng mga students ko is kawalan ng internet connection. So, para ma-cater ng lahat or may access sa lahat, ang ginawa ko ring strategy is gumawa ko ng mga boxes. Like, nilagyan ko ng mga number 1 to 10. And kung walang, halimbawa, ang mga karamihan ng students or majority of my students ay walang access sa internet na Bamboozle, pwede kong gamitin tong actual instructional materials na ito. Parang yung klase ko is parang mag-continue. Hindi dun umiikot sa may technological tool na ito. Pwede ko siyang gawin na lang as instructional materials na basis yung technological tool na ito. Itong Bamboozle. Ganun yung strategy na ginawa ko sa klase.
So it's really important, sir, to have an alternative. The first plan is parang you didn't work something.
Yeah, when you integrate kasi these technological tools, kailangan may option B or this option A is technological tool. Option B is yung mga items na pwede mong gamitin na naka-base dito sa technological tool na to. Kasi when it comes na itong technological tool na ito is nagka-problema, hindi na doon iikot yung problema mo sa klase. Diba? Meron ka ng alternative or options.
To simply end your statement, sir, can you give a general advice to all mga incoming pa naman the demo, kung ano po yung mga advices nyo, just to make their demonstration teaching meaningful and successful?
Okay, to make your demonstration teaching meaningful and successful, wag lang tayo mag-focus sa mga technological tools or instructional materials na ito. Kailangan nating planuhin, especially yung lesson objectives natin kasi yun yung pinaka-importante sa lahat. Kapag natapos nating na-plano or well-planned na yung or well-constructed na yung lesson objectives natin, mag-isip tayo ng mga activities or technological tools na pwede natin i-integrate sa lesson natin. Kung po pwede is activity-based na lang, na kung saan yung ikaw as teacher is more on facilitating. Kung pwede sa motivation part pa lang is activity na, tapos transitioning to your lesson in preparation for your lesson, game, parang nilalaro mo na lang yung mga students mo na kung saan is mas nagiging purposeful or educational yung demo mo. Kung pwedeng activity-based, yun yung mapapayo ko, activity-based para mas maging engaging yung mga students mo. More on facilitating ka na lang as teacher.
Okay, so with that, thank you so much po, Alet, for giving us your time para mag-conduct.
Thank you.
Great things, Sir Charlie. First of all, we would like to thank you for lending us your time to become one of our interviews today. So, without further ado, let's proceed to the first question. Which technological tools do you frequently utilize in teaching physical and health education?
In my teaching internship journey, I wasn't able to use technological tools because in our cooperating school, bawal gumamit ng mga estudyante ng cellphone. Though pwede sila magdala, pero in time of class, hindi sila pwedeng gumamit. Pero way back on our tech ed with Sir John B, we were able to utilize Educa Play and chatbot in Messenger. So, sa Educa Play, maraming various game doon na pwede mong gamitin, okay, through the use of internet, and also with Messenger chatbot na sa Messenger pwede kang magpa-quiz doon. So, yun yung mga ginamit namin that time.
Okay pa. So, what difficulties do you face when using these technological tools naman? Kung ano po yung mga challenges na naranasan niyo before? And can you provide example of these challenges?
Of course, unang-una is the availability of internet and gadgets. Kasi kailangan, una, kapag gagamit ka ng mga technological tools in teaching PE and health, of course, kailangan ng internet to access those applications or websites. And another one is the devices. Paminsan kasi ang mga device ng mga bata is hindi ganun kaganda or hindi pa ganun ka-updated. Kaya nahihirapan sila maka-access ng ibang websites or applications that you might use in your teaching journey. Pero nung sa amin naman, nung ginamit ko ang EducaPlay and ang chatbot, is one naman naging problema kasi madali lang na-access ang messenger. Kaya yun, you can try that also yung messenger chatbot.
So how does the integration of technology enhance your teaching of physical and health education? If it doesn't, what are the reasons?
So, malaking tulong yung pag-adapt ng technology and teaching PE and health. Of course, kasi bago siya. Okay, but then again, you cannot replace teachers in teaching PE, of course. Diba? Kailangan kasi ng movement doon. But you can use these technological applications or tools to teach some parts of your lesson. For example, in your motivation part, in your evaluation part, you can use that. Okay? Kasi we're adapting education 5.0. Diba? Malaki na tayo doon. But then again, in teaching movements, okay, the application that is the best to apply is the body or the teacher.
Since physical and health education is really trying to skill po.
Yes.
So, next po is what strategies do you employ to ensure that the instructional materials effectively engage and motivate learners? In the context po sa pag-motivate sa estudyante.
Again, I wasn't able to, apply those kasi sa mga bata. Pero syempre, mas madali kasi siyang gamitin. Kasi mga kaklase ko yung nagamitan ko ng ganyan. So yun, first of all, naging interactive yung klase. Kasi lahat naman sila may device and bago talaga yung mga ginamit namin applications na hindi kami pare-parehas. Commonly kasi na ginagamit is yung Kahoot, diba? That Google Forms. But sa amin, EducaPlay, it is one website lang, hindi na pa iba-iba ng website. So, mas madali siyang i-access. So, every play namin, yun na lang yung nagamit na website, hindi na nahihirapan na mag-send again ng link. Okay? So, doon, mas madaling ma-access siya ng mga learners.
So, you have stated earlier, sir, na mga bago po yung mga nai-utilize nyo. With that, sir, how do you stay updated with the latest advancements and trends in educational technology to inform your development of instruction?
We keep updated with those lumalabas na makabagong applications or technological tools in teaching PE and health. Of course, you need to research. Okay? Kasi napaka-cliche ng gamitin yung mga recent, yung mga palaging nagagamit, especially ng pandemic. So now, para makapagbuo ka ng sarili mong way of teaching it, okay, you need to conduct research kung ano ang pinaka-the best. Again, hindi ka pwede kasi mag-apply ng mga application or tools para lang meron kang ma-apply or para lang may ma-integrate ka. You should also look at your objectives kung aakma ba yung mga activities na yun. So, aside from researching on the internet, magtanong sa mga kaklase mo or sa mga co-interns mo and also sa mga teachers mo na, especially sa may mga schools or schools na talagang technology integrated yung mga ginagamit nilang gamit in teaching their subject. So, yun.
So what I really like the most po, sir, sa nabanggit niyo is the importance of congruency ng type of technology na gagamitin mo sa objectives ng ituturo. So to end your statement, sir, can you give a general advice for incoming students na magkakandak mo ng ganong teaching to make their demonstration successful?
Okay. First of all, kapag magiging intern na kayo in the future, kailangan you should focus on your objectives talaga, in your learning objectives. Kasi dito yung i-base kung possible bang magamitan ng technological tools or applications yung subject na ituturo ninyo or yung topic na ituturo ninyo or hindi. Okay, and again, aside from those learning objectives na kailangan tignan nyo din yung availability or yung availability ng resources ng mga learners ninyo. Okay, if everyone cannot provide internet, everyone cannot provide gadgets, then kailangan mo ng plan B. Okay, maging traditional ka na. But then again, mas gugustuhin kasi nila yung with the adaptation of technology kasi makabago nga siya. Yun, but then again, you should look those holes na sasagabal dun sa pag-apply nyo ng mga ganung kaganapan.
So with that, sir, thank you so much for sharing us your expertise and experiences during the electoral campaign. Thank you.
Happy.